morning. My name is Miss Shannon, and today in the Illinois Autism Partnership virtual classroom, we're talking about hand washing. Hand washing is an important way that we can keep ourselves and the people around us healthy and safe. Today, we're going to review our schedule, review our materials, practice our key words, watch the lesson, and wrap up everything we've learned. Reviewing the schedule is finished. Now it's time to review materials. Before we wash our hands, we need to gather all of our materials. If you printed out the materials list, you can follow along with me. The first thing that we need is a sink. The sink is where we'll get our water. Our next material is the water. It's important to use warm water to help kill all of the germs. Just make sure it's not too hot. Next, we'll need soap. Soap works with the water to trap all of the germs and keep your hands healthy and safe. The last thing that we need is a towel to dry our hands. Just make sure that you're using a clean towel. Let's look at our materials one more time. We need a sink, water, soap, and a clean towel. Great job gathering the materials to wash our hands. Let's check our schedule. Reviewing materials is finished. Time to practice our key words. Now that we have gathered and reviewed all of our materials, it's time to look at our key words. I'm going to make a word wall of all of the words that we learned together. If you want to make a word wall at home, make sure you ask permission first. And we'd love to see pictures of your word walls. You can submit them to the Easter Seals Chicago Facebook page with the hashtag virtual classroom. You may even see your picture in one of our upcoming videos. Our first word is germs. Germs are teeny tiny living things that can make us sick. Germs are so small that we can't see them. That means that even if something looks clean, it may still have germs on it. Germs like to live on hard surfaces like door handles, shopping carts, counters, and railings. If germs from those hard surfaces get on our hands, they can make us sick. That's why it's so important for us to wash our hands a lot to keep us and the people around us healthy, happy, and safe. Our next word is antibacterial. When something is antibacterial, that means it kills bacteria. Bacteria are a kind of germ that can make you sick. You might see the word antibacterial on things like soap, wipes, sprays, or hand sanitizer. These are all used to keep our surfaces clean and to keep germs off our hands. Our next word is faucet. The faucet is where we turn water on and off on our sink. There's a lot of different kinds of faucets out there. Some have 2 handles, some only have 1 handle, and some faucets have no handles. What kind of faucet do you have at your house? My faucet has 2 handles, one for hot water and one for cold water. Remember, it's important that we use warm water when we wash our hands, but be careful that you don't make the water too hot. Our next word is scrub. Scrubbing is when you clean something by rubbing something else against it, like a brush or a towel. We might scrub a lot of different things, like the floors, your dishes, or even tile. Today, we're going to be scrubbing our hands to wash away all of the germs. Our final key word is rinse. Rinse means to wash away with clean water. When we rinse things like our dishes, clothes, or our hair, we're rinsing away all of the soap and sending it down the drain. Great job reviewing our keywords. Let's add them to the word wall. Today we talked about germs, antibacterial, faucet, scrub, and rinse. Now let's go check our schedule. All right, practicing our keywords is finished. Now it's time for our lesson. For our lesson today, I'm going to show you each step of washing your hands. Then we're going to put them all together and you can practice along with me. If you have the visual task analysis printed at home, you can follow along with that also. Before we start, let's check to make sure we have all of our materials ready for use. We need a sink, check. Water, check. Soap, check. And a clean towel, check. To start washing our hands, we need to turn on the warm water. Remember, make sure your water isn't too hot. Now I'm going to wet my hands. This will help the soap make bubbles in our next step. Next, I'm going to get 2 pumps of soap in the palm of my hands. Once I have the soap, I need to scrub my hands really well, making sure not to miss any spots. Watch how I scrub my hands to get all the germs. First, I'm going to rub my palms together to make a lot of bubbles. We call this a lather. See all the bubbles? Next, I'm going to put the palm of one hand on the back of the other hand. Then I'm going to put my fingers together like a zipper. This is called interlacing. I'm going to move my hands up and down with my fingers going in and out 5 times. Let's count together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now I'm going to do the same thing on the other hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now I want to put my palms back together and interlace my fingers again. We're going to do the same thing 5 times. Are you ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Look at all those bubbles. Now I need to make sure to get my thumbs nice and clean. I'm going to make a circle with one hand and go around my thumb in a circular motion. Let's count 5 times there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now let's switch and do the other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, I'm going to make my hands into C shapes and put one on top of the other. I'm going to twist them back and forth, just like this. Let's count 5 times here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's switch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The last thing I want to do is make sure the tips of my fingers are really clean and there's no germs hiding under my fingernails. I'm going to put the tips of my fingers in the palm of my hand and rub them around in a couple small circles. Then switch and do the other side. Now that my hands are nice and clean, I need to rinse off all the water. When all the water and all the bubbles are off my hands, I'm going to use my elbow to turn the water off. That way, any germs hiding on the faucet won't get on my clean hands. The last step is to take my clean towel and dry my hands really well. Now my hands are nice and clean. Did you follow along with me washing my hands? Great! Now let's try it together. It's important to remember that we have to wash our hands for at least 20 seconds to get rid of all of the germs. But how do you know if it's been 20 seconds? Well, you can set a timer, you could count to 20 out loud, or you could sing a song. Let's try it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Now that our hands are clean, let's check our schedule. We watched our lesson. Now it's time to wrap up what we learned. We learned a lot today about why it's so important to wash our hands. Washing our hands helps to get rid of germs to help keep ourselves and the people around us healthy and safe. We learned that just because something doesn't look dirty doesn't mean that it's clean. We also learned how to wash our hands really well and for how long. Remember, it's important to wash your hands for at least 20 seconds. You can sing a song, count to 20, or set a timer. What else did you learn today? Go find somebody in your house and share with them all of the great things that you just learned. Don't forget after this lesson to check out all the fun activities we created for you. Thank you all so much for joining me today in the Illinois Autism Partnership virtual classroom. We would love to see your photos of your worksheets, word walls, or just your clean hands. You can share those at the Easter Seals Chicago Facebook page with the hashtag virtual classroom. Don't forget to check out our upcoming sessions, uploaded every Tuesday and Thursday at 10 a.m. Central Standard Time. Don't forget, make sure you ask a grown-up for permission before you post anything on the internet. I'm Miss Shannon. Happy learning.